Hello! Today I'm going to show you how to complete Team Downriver Run Alpha. I've been getting a lot of questions on this race, so I thought I'd go ahead and show you how to do it. First trick, do it solo. It's so much easier solo. Alright, then this will be the path you take. So as we get up, we'll come around this corner, we hug to the right here, right, to save some time, speed up a little bit, and there we go, some lag, gotta love the lag. Alright, then we come up to this rock, make a hard right, so the front of your boat skims the edge of that rock or goes right around it, so that you make sure you don't miss this speed ring here. Now sometimes you come into this race and the speed rings are invisible. When that happens, well, you just have to have them memorize where they're at, or restart until they're no longer invisible. And then here we'll hug to the left. Alright, you start hugging to the left. This is basically the path you follow. We'll go through here. This is going to be a really long video, so I think it takes a little bit of time. We'll have 2 minutes left when we're done with this, so there's a lot of time for error here. We just hug to the left here, and we start turning left right about here. I'm still turning left and paddling forward. If you're on the console system, there's a lag here, so that looked really weird, right? That almost caused me to crash. And I think I do bump right here. But sometimes you'll take damage, sometimes you won't. That happens. That's another thing. It's random on when the damage is going to happen, so we try not to hit anything. We'll go through here, and we'll start. Well, as soon as we get past this rock, we'll start turning right. You have to turn a little bit before you would on Alpha Downriver Run, just because this thing turns a lot slower. Alright, then I overcorrected and turned too much. Hit the shore here. That can happen. Luckily, I don't think the shore does damage ever, as long as you don't hit it with a weak part of your boat. And then you just kind of slide through here and make sure you're aimed between the two spots you want to go. And if you noticed on Alpha Downriver Run, you would have been between the two rocks where you slowed down. This canoe is just so much slower. And then this is a straightaway where we'll try and go to the right of this rock. Try and go between the rocks because it's a slightly faster, usually lag or displacement causes you to hit the rock, and even though it looks like you're not going to. So we'll go to the right of it and then hug left. And then after that, we're just going to go straight through this ring. We're going to head and have our boat turn it a little bit to the left here so that we can miss this rock that's straight ahead of us. So it'll keep us turning as we go through. And there we go, and that'll pull us. Should allow us to use the current to pull right past that rock without slamming into it. And then we'll take the right side here. The left side might be slightly faster, but this boat is really slow and you have plenty of time. You'll notice as I go through this, I'm not perfect at it. This is me doing this, so I'm not the greatest at the canoe races. I only finished the Alpha Downriver Run once, and barely finished it. So my, like I said in my Alpha Downriver Run video, is my tribe mate playing it for you guys, so you can actually see how the good path and how it's done right. And we just hug to the left here again. You're just turning to the left. And one thing I should mention though, you don't have to hold the button down to turn. You just have to tap, right? You just tap. Don't hold it down. That'll give you more control over turning. If you start holding it down, your boat ends up overcorrecting. So if you're fishtailing a lot in this game, that's why. You should just be tapping to get your direction. Sometimes you have to hold it down to avoid something, but a lot of times you can just tap it if you plan ahead. Then here we'll go to the left once we drop off the waterfall. Make sure you're turning to the left and then start turning right back to the right because the current will pull you around. If you have turned too far left or overcorrected, you'll hit the rock here in the middle as you go by to go off the next waterfall. And if you've gone off this next waterfall by, 5:45, you're doing pretty good. You still have plenty of time left. So there we go. We finished the waterfall at 5:40. And I can tell you I'm going to complete this with 2 minutes left. I overcorrected and messed up a little bit here, but luckily the current was able to pull me to the right of that. And then I think there's lag here. Yeah, and then I'm going to slide right by this, just barely without hitting it. The key here is to, in this part, you're being pulled by the current, so you just need to tap directions and start turning left as soon as you pass that rock, so that you can aim here. I might be turned a little too far to the left, but it should be okay. And we'll go through here, and it'll just cut by here. Here comes then this is the hard part, right? The S turn. So you want to start turning left as you pass this rock, so that you're turning your boat kind of sideways. You want to be holding forward until you about hit the shore, and then you want to start holding backwards. Right, and then you're going to just kind of hold backwards and forward through here and let the current pull you. You'll be turning left pretty much the whole time. I messed up a little bit here. You can see I have plenty of time to recover though. And then this part's a little tricky. You have to go between these rocks. And make sure you cut to the right and then start cutting to the left right before you come across this rock so the current pulls you through. And the same thing here, you're going to cut through these two rocks and start cutting left before you reach them so that you can pull through and go around this side here. We're going to avoid the ring on the right because it's more likely to cause us to wreck than to help us. We have plenty of time to finish the mission. So we're going to come through here and cut through the left. I do recommend doing this mission quite a few times until you get it down, and you can do it fairly fast for what, as slow as canoe is. That will really help you in Alpha Downriver Run, at least knowing the path to take. And when you cut through that, you need to make sure you start turning right, so that you can... And unfortunately there was lag there. I don't know how I recovered from that. Apparently I just knew to be turning right and already was doing fine. Alright, we'll cut left through here. And then you need to start heading to the right side of the river. We're going to cut around these rocks and try and go through that, and we're going to go through that yellow ring there. Once we hit that yellow ring, we're going to cut hard to the right so we don't slam into the wall. And there's just a lot of lag. It's unfortunate, but part of the game. So, here we go. We'll turn. Now we'll start turning right now that we've hit this. Doesn't look like it because it's really slow. And then start tapping right so that you're not overcorrecting. And then we'll start tapping to the left a little bit here. And then tap back to the right. And then we're coming up on the next S curve, which is the tricky part, right? Immediately start turning right when you come around this rock. Cut way over to the other side of the river here. And then immediately start cutting back to the left. You want to come through this, aim straight through and to the left. It should spin you around and the current should pull you away. And you should be able to avoid hitting both sides here. Now we'll start tapping to the right. And I don't think I tapped fast enough or held down long enough. So I hit the shore here a little bit, which doesn't break my canoe, thankfully, but it could. So careful there. Then correct through here. And this point is pretty easy. Just kind of correct. You have plenty of time. See, we have 2 minutes and 15 seconds left when we complete this. So 17 seconds. Yeah. So there you go. And that's Alpha Downriver Run. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button. Have an awesome day.